Marvin Wood and his family have been farming land west of Palmyra, Nebraska for nearly 60 years, and he knows what it takes to have a successful crop.
Well, if we have to have water.
But with the Earth's climate changing, Professor Robert Oglesby says that Wood and farmers across Nebraska face an uncertain future in a state that is already dry.
The reason why the soils here are so fertile is because of the semi-arid conditions. It's that, conjunction between the two. And if it gets drier here, you're not going to be growing corn anymore.
And that spells trouble for farmers like Wood.
That's the way a farmer makes a living, is with their crops and their livestock. And if you don't have either one, why, I don't know.
Changes in climate changes how much rainfall is necessary to have good crop yields, which means these hungry cattle could be having less hay in the near future.
Dr. Oglesby says the warming climate is a result of excess greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide.
These greenhouse gases, they absorb that radiation and they re-radiate a certain amount of it back down to the surface, okay? That makes the surface that much warmer than it would otherwise would be.
And it is getting warmer here. According to a report by the UNL Extension Service, various climate models project a warming of about 4 degrees Fahrenheit by 2050. Statistics like this one make Reed Broderson and the ASUN Committee on Environmental Sustainability believe that carbon emissions need to be cut.
And so we really have a responsibility, in my opinion, to lower our carbon output, especially considering we have the resources to do so.
Broderson and his committee at UNL are taking steps locally to reduce Nebraska's carbon footprint.
We encourage students to take a carbon footprint test online and then take some pledges, some simple steps that they can do in their daily lives to reduce it, and then publicly post that on a mural we are creating.
Oglesby agrees that sustainability efforts help fight climate change. However, if drastic measures aren't taken soon, Nebraska will be one of the states directly impacted.
The major thing actually that we should be worried about here in Nebraska is not something that happens in Nebraska itself, but it's snowpack in the Rockies.
Without that melting snow, Nebraska's water supply would be in question, and farmers like Wood know all too well what happens when a drought combines with a low water supply.
Well, we had the bad drought in 2012. We had to sell a bunch of our cattle because we didn't have grass pastures and we didn't have hay.
That's why groups like Broderson's are working extra hard to promote their cause.
But with these new reports coming out by the International Panel on Climate Change, I think it's hard to ignore. I think some policymakers are definitely aware of that, and they recognize that this is something we need to get tackled right now. We can't wait.
But with politics and science moving slow, Nebraska farmers like Marvin Wood resort to what they've always known.
Just plant and pray.
Reporting for NewsNet Nebraska, I'm Michael Shively.